This is a big disclaimer to everybody that is going to see this on my socials and everything. I just feel like this is just more of a situation that I need to direct this to somebody in a more public way. That's why I didn't answer any phone calls that I was receiving. And it's just a family issue, a little family problem, as if we don't all have them. And I want this message to be seen and listened to with light hearts, and just hearing as to what I have to say, especially because some of you know me and some of you don't. So what this main video is about is just basically addressing some things that have been said to my mom regarding my post yesterday, Kayla, who is going to be tagged, seen. I'm just gonna make sure you're gonna see it, and I'll probably hop on a live to where you'll be able to talk to me later, or we'll just see how this goes. But I just really want to say that we all very much love Lilia. I love her. I miss her with my whole heart. When she was born, when I was always there taking care, when I was freshman year, I was homeschooled, and all I did was work and babysit her when there's times that, you know, my parents weren't able to. And she said, you know, that's my little sister, and I'm the oldest of 5, and that's including her. So without her, it's 4. And you know, trust me, I got a strong head on my shoulders, and seen a few things, learned a few things, especially with the way that, you know, my parents were separated, and then she met Nashawn, and that was like my stepdad, and they're together. And I went through a whole lot of things with Nashawn, and then being in that relationship that is so toxic. And it wasn't just my mom. It was Nashawn and her, but mainly just the way that Nashawn was, and the way that he treated us, and the way that he treated us foregoing the years, and how bad it got in the last 2 years, and how it was for me, for everybody. If you want to talk about an unfit parent, he's damn near held up my brother, the youngest brother, up on a wall, yelling at him, cursing at him when I was younger, and stuff like that. Like, there is just so much that I want to give you, how do you say? I want to give you peace on. I want to give you, like, you know what? It's okay, because she doesn't know. I feel like you just weren't there. As far as you strongly coming on to my mom in more of a disrespectful way, saying that she was an unfit parent and how she abandoned Lilia. I understand that you may feel some of those emotions yourself, but as far as you being the woman after that situation, and you don't necessarily know, how it exactly ended, because you weren't there, and you just weren't in that situation. You don't know exactly what was told to you, especially if you're getting divorced with Michael. Can I just say that we all know how he is? His sister knows how he is. His whole family knows that. That's why they don't talk to him. He doesn't talk to them. And I know this because I know how Nashawn used to be all the time. He would be teaming up with my mom and trying to scheme and do it with my dad, and how whatever they want me to lie, they want me to say these different things. It is so toxic. And that's just a whole other situation about my parents' divorce and how that was. That's like a whole different thing. But as far as like right now, I just find it so immature that Nashawn is not wanting to talk or just say anything to my mom about the situation, and you're just asking rights for her when you're not the mother of the child. You're not the mother. You're not, no matter how long that you were there for her, and God bless your heart that you were there for her. I would hope so. If you're in a relationship with Nate Sean and you have 2 other kids with him, you're obviously going to treat her like your daughter. That's, you know what I'm saying? But if you guys break up and you guys are not together, Leia would go with the father, because that is her biological dad. So you're asking for my mom to give up her rights and not have any other communication. Like, do you see how like that looks? And then, so that being just an absurd request, you're going based off all the knowledge that Nahshon has given you, which he wants you to do, because he is so manipulative. And the way that he wants things to happen, he's going to want it to happen. The way that he says things, the way that he would write the whole paragraph for you, basically making it think that it's your idea. I know how he is, and nobody could tell me to, because I know I've lived it. My mom has lived it, I've seen it. I remember being in California, and this is where I had, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. When I was there, and when my mom is crying in the pantry to me, I was a vent for my mom. I especially through that whole with Nahshon, she struggled a lot. I struggled a lot because of the baggage that I had to carry just as a younger teenage girl, and then having like my mom, having to be there for my mom, and then having Nahshon there is also, it was just, there's so much negativity, so much like it just wasn't good. And my mom was just crying to me, telling me that she doesn't want to lose Leia, because Nahshon would threaten about taking her all the time. He would always do that, and he just felt like he had that power, because he gave himself that power, because he wants it. That's all that he wants. He's very wants controlling, wanting what he wants, and I've seen enough of it. So I'm done letting him speak just what he wants to say. And I'm going to come out and say what I feel like should be said peacefully, but directly and clearly, that my mom did try. And there's no one's going to sit here and just base off the fact that my mom's unfit as an unfit parent and can't take care of a child and this and that. My mom had 4 kids, and she raised us. She didn't raise just us. She raised my cousins too. There's time my mom would be the one that's staying home while her other sisters were out, or my dad was always working. My mom knows how to take care of us, knows how to raise us. When she gave us that, she knows that we better act up. She knows when there's no yelling. My mom is not perfect and whatever and all that stuff. She isn't. But neither was Nahshon. And neither is no other adult. And I'm sure neither are you. Because if you're going to hold yourself on that pedestal, you need to humble yourself. Especially as a godly woman that I see that you kind of preach to be. You know what I'm saying? Then I just feel like this should not be going in any type of direction that needs to be you calling my mom a bitch, you saying whatever that you're saying. My mom said nothing, and she's expressed to me how she feels. She knows to be calm, and just I'm telling her to handle it the right way, the correct way, and whatever like things you want to say as far as like my mom about the past or whatever my mom does is what she does as an adult. And as far as me now, if you have any questions, you can ask. But all I have to say is that it's not your business as far as that. When I was younger, especially because my mom used to smoke weed, and she still does. And my dad used to know that. My dad didn't like it, and there was a time when I was with my mom all the time, and I started smoking, and I did, and I stopped around a year and a half ago, it's about to be like a year and a half ago when I started going to church when I was in California living on my own and stuff. And honestly, I just feel like the things that you're threatening and the things that you're saying just need to be checked. I feel like just what you're saying, and I just want you to feel like I am telling you a side that you don't know, and that would make you understand a little bit more, especially as far as you influencing, as far as like why Nahshon isn't talking to my mom or feels like he isn't like a part of this situation when he is, and he can't hide that fact. So as far as legal actions, I know my mom's gonna take and stuff like that, but I just wanted to say my piece and say what I needed to say. I hope everybody's doing well. I feel like I got everything, but yeah, so I definitely hope that this can just more work on focusing on the kids, and there's nothing wrong. I just want to feel like there's nothing wrong that I have to share with you, that there's nothing wrong with Lilia going back to her mother. I feel like you should be giving her the, at least being able to listen and hear, think about what this woman is like, because you don't know how my mom is. You don't know her situation. You don't really know if she's an unfit parent, especially with maybe how she was back in the day. You don't know how she is now. You can't just pin that image of her like that, and how it's just gonna stay like that. And the only person that is pinning that image on my mom is Nahshon. And it's going to stop. It's going to stop right now. Because until somebody really asks and really can show and be like, yeah, no, she's unfit and she can't take care of her, then she should be going somewhere else where she's going to be taken care of. That's everybody's main concern, that she's supposed to be taken care of, and this and that. But as far as what happened with my mom and her relationship with Nahshon should not be affecting if she's an unfit parent to take care of her child. So I feel like instead of you coming and just asking for the rights of Lilia, that you should have seen how she was and how she is, and really just explored that. Because as much as my mom did not reach out to you guys never reached out to her either about Lilia, about even trying to include her in it. You guys completely just expelled out of it. And when I say you guys, I really mean Nahshon, because he was the control of that. You see how Nahshon is just, he wants it everything his way, and he's not going to keep getting his way with my mom and the way that he wants to do it, because it's not going to end well. There's nothing that my mom is surrounded with that is so bad that she is so unfit to take care of anybody. So with that being said, I think I just need to go relax and cool down. I'm gonna post this, and we'll see what happens after that.